Alright guys, welcome back to a wonderful, beautiful, another episode of Couch Talks where we just all get to stare at Ryan.
Why?
I mean, just look at him.
Does Ryan get to stare at Ryan?
Yeah. Anyway, today we wanted to talk about some new video games that we're excited about, expansions, full video games, ones that have just released, ones that are coming up, anything like that. Just kind of share our thoughts on some of that. Anybody want to go first? I'll go first. So Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is being worked on by Larian Studios, the same people that made Divinity 2 and Divinity 1, I believe. Very exciting. I'm super stoked about it. Already, if anybody's gone out and seen any of the cutscenes, it already looks super awesome. You take the role of the main character. Seems like they have like a larvae mind flayer implanted in them, and you're basically like either leaning into that or fighting against it. It sounds very interesting. I'm
Why
really
would you
looking
fight
forward.
against that? Come on.
Do you want a tentacle face? You know, like.
I don't know. Those illithics look pretty.
The another thing that I kind of wanted to mention that I'm really excited about just came out a few days ago was Last of Us 2, which I have not had the chance to buy or play, but I'm super stoked about it. Love the first one.
We did talk about live streaming. I did watch Last of Us
Yeah.
gameplayed, and have you heard anything about it yet?
I not really. There's some controversy stuff going on. I pretty much have avoided as much news about it as I can because I don't want to spoil the game for myself.
No, the game is very...
Oh, I'm sure. I'm very excited about it. Also trying not to be too excited about it so that when I finally do get around to playing it, it's not real.
There's an appropriate
The
amount
only
of
thing
excitement.
I've heard about it is that it's a good sequel.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've heard.
Which is the only important thing, in my opinion.
I mean, the first one was really good. So,
The first one-
if the sequel is good, then it's good reviews.
Yeah, so the first one was good enough that like that kind of RPG like story game, I often don't play through more than once or twice maybe. I've played this game through probably 3 or 4 times, and I've definitely started playthroughs like several, like probably 20 or 30 times. Just because it's just so much fun. It's just such a great experience. So I'm really looking forward to the second one. But those are my thoughts, and I don't want to spend all day on me. I'm the most important person I know, but like, you know, you guys also have thoughts, I guess.
I will say that game has definitely cemented my opinion on people and characters named Abby.
I don't know why, but I'll take your word for it.
It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I am excited about Final Fantasy XIV patch 5.3.
Okay.
Just because I'm excited about all content from that game. I have been deliberately not keeping up with what's going to happen, but I have my own predictions that I won't delve too much into here because I'd have to explain like the entirety
Of the story.
Final Fantasy,
That's its own video.
including some games that aren't 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite excited to see what comes next, although I want to finish getting the Firmament rewards, which I've stopped working on as I work on getting my Skysteel tools, which I'm almost done with. I have
Nice.
1 left, and then my retainer. Well, technically I have 2 left, but my retainer's gathering like the last mat I need for the 1, and then I'm basically done.
Nice.
Aside from that, I found out there's another Paper Mario, which I will be reading more on because Paper Mario
That was
can
a
be
good
really
game.
good. And there were, I don't want to, it's not that the last, or I don't know if it's the last one anymore, but it's not that the one on the Wii was bad, I just didn't like it.
It's just
Enough to finish
the original one was just so good. I really liked that. I
Yeah,
remember
I
that
really
coming out
liked-
and watching my brother play through that game as a younger sibling, and just it was such a funny, silly, good concept for a game. And
That reminds me, I saw that meme earlier where it's like, you know, would you slap your brother or sister for like $1 million? And I was like, whoever wrote this meme doesn't actually have siblings. But anyway.
I'd slap them for like a crisp 5,000.
Yeah, right? Like, and they'd understand
maybe
too.
less. And they'd be like, I'd slap you for not taking that.
Anyway, how about you, Ray? Do you have any?
Side note, before we get to my sections, I'm kind of surprised. I know it's not really new, but not the Terraria update. Neither of you mentioned that.
The Terraria did come out with a new update, which we haven't actually really delved into too terribly much.
It's been fun from what we've played of it.
Yeah.
I really like the journey worlds. I think it's a great way to handle a creative mode without really making one.
Yeah.
So basically, you collect a certain number of something for, like, a tool. It's just one of that thing. For, like, dirt blocks, you have to gather 100 of them because they're dirt blocks. For gold, I think you also need 100, which is kind of obnoxious.
Most blocks you seem to need 100 of, but anyway.
Yeah, once you get that many, you can just duplicate them from there on out, which I really like because it gets me something to collect, first of all. It's like Pokemon, but Terraria.
Yeah.
And then also it just kind of skips over the grindiness. Like, once you've grown out 100 gold ore, it's just tedious to find more. There's nothing exciting about finding more gold ore after the first 100. It's so hard to get 100 in the first place. So, yeah.
That's true. Zell, did you have anything else to add? 'Cause I kind of cut you off. You talked about Paper Mario last.
Does it have to be a new game, or can it just be new for me?
New for you is fine.
Okay, I want to get the expansions for Skyward... Or not Skyward Sword. There's no expansions for Skyward Sword. Also, I didn't like that game that much. For Breath of the Wild, because...
I didn't know there were expansions. That's exciting.
I think there's just one expansion.
Okay.
But Judith told me that there's a motorbike.
Oh,
which
wow.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, excuse me.
And I want to finish up Ultramoon and get Sword or Shield.
Alright. Cool.
Those are my things.
I mean, some of the Galarian, whatever forms, are really well done. I mean, Weezing with his nice little top hat that shoots up smoke and his, really nice looking. And Berserker and all the Galarian takes on the evolved form versions.
Zigzagoon.
Obstagoon looks good, looks like that Kiss covered band.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, Ray Guy, how about you? Any new games or expansions or even old games that, you haven't gotten to play that you still would really like to get a hold of?
I'm looking forward to Shadowlands, of course. I'm, just really hoping they finally kill off Sylvanas because I'm so sick and tired of her.
They probably won't.
They overpowered their crap. I don't remember if we got around or briefly talked about, but like she needs to be like gone and get rid of that character so that they can like start over because they clearly have like.
They should have killed her off when they tried to in Wrath of the Lich King.
But I'm hoping that whatever the plot line for that is, like, let's be real, there's not a 0% chance she doesn't have to be like the final boss of that somewhere down the line, especially since they opened the expansion with her killing Bolvar and breaking Nerzol or whatever.
Has all the content for BFA come out by now?
I believe so. I believe Enzoth was the last. And
okay. I kind of expected it to be her instead of Jaina.
Yeah, Jaina's mount is so much cooler. It's a little water elemental now. Side note, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they play that. I really like anything that brings me back to the ICC worlds and older expansions, which was another thing that I liked of this current expansion was Enzoth kind of takes over everywhere, so it brings you back to Halls of Origination. I went back to Nefarian's Lair and all of that, and so it forced me to come back to these older zones and have a new take on it. Which I very much liked, but it'll be nice to see what happens there with that.
You know what they should do? They should just roll the StarCraft universe into the World of Warcraft universe, and just, it'll be balanced because
I'm telling you, because it's got, how like they have like the demon ships and everything, so it's like, the demon hunter ship could just like do its little warp drive teleporty thing and accidentally end up in the StarCraft universe.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be great.
It would be the same universe, and it's just like another set of weird aliens that we didn't know about. Like,
the Naru are sitting out there all of a sudden. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Shot at by guns.
Anyway, huge tangent. How about any other games or expansions that you're excited for?
I would really like to want to like League of Legends again. My big issue is like, it's especially those games that are consistently coming out with new characters, but the problem is because I'm so far removed from the game, I'm forced to, I would have to go back and learn all the characters. I'm sure there's several dozen characters.
Don't worry, they've changed all the meta for the old ones too, because all of them have gotten...
No, I know, but it'd basically be a chore to have to go through and relearn the gameplay for all the characters as well as learning the gameplay for the new ones, because it's not really a game where you can kind of like, you need to know who you're laning against, and because of that, I'm like...
Just have a good time, as you can do that.
If you genuinely want to play again, we know people who play, so that you're not playing with a bunch of randos who are screaming at you.
But I love trying to grind out of Wood 5. It's the best league. Just kidding. Because it's really realistically silver. The lowest tier of silver is the worst, because everyone's like,
when you're first starting, everyone's like, oh, it's okay, you're new, and then I got up to, I don't know if it was silver or like if there's a bronze or whatever, but as soon as I got out of the you're a newbie ones, everyone was like,
super try hard.
You should stop ever doing anything. Just stop breathing and just sit in the corner and suffocate.
My experience was the opposite of that, because everyone's like, I'm trying to get out of bronze, They get into silver, and then they're like, I'm content with the silver little fancy frame for my character. Like, they just didn't care. They're like, I got out of bronze. I can't decay back out of silver into bronze. So they're like, because I think you can only decay when you're in silver and above. You can time decay from not playing, and I don't know if it's gold or platinum.
I don't remember if I got out of bronze or it was just when I started to get like past the halfway point that people started getting really hostile, and it was like, guys,
right around
I picked this game up this week. Please calm down.
Yeah, right around Wood 1. Which is my favorite term for bronze.
I don't know, but my experience with that game is just people are needlessly aggro regardless.
But that's kind of the reason I stopped playing. What was Blizzard's game?
Oh,
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Heroes,
I really like Overwatch and Heroes, but yeah, they ran into a lot of the same issues where people were just needlessly aggro tryhards, and it's like, bro, we're not even in ranked right now. Why are you like coming unglued?
Well, the people in ranked, for the most part, are less unglued than the people who aren't, and it's just like, guys, how's this happening?
Yeah. Anyway, kind of a tangent again. Zill said that they had one that they wanted to talk about.
Not a video game, but so for Christmas I got this Amazon gift card that I was spending on expansions for. It's not in the corner anymore, but for Red Dragon Inn, and one of them I didn't realize until after I'd ordered it that it was a pre-order, and then production got delayed. So next month,
I forgot about
that. I forget about it and then remember it like a month later. It's great.
It's like extra gifts, because it's like, yes, I have this on my way. You forget about it, and then you remember again. You're like, yes, I have this on my way.
Yeah, no, at first I ordered it and I was like, wow, it's not going to get here till April. Where is it shipping from? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, well, I've already ordered it, so... And then they sent me several panicked messages of, oh, production is all behind, and we're not going to even be starting on these until June. And it's like, it's fine. Are you sure? So we'll have to do it this week. Yes, it's fine. So yeah, I have, it's 2 characters who I don't even remember who they are at this point. I just occasionally remember that I have an expansion for this game I like on the way, and it's very exciting.
Cool. Well, any last minute mentions then, guys? No? Alright. Well, I think I have one that's kind of multiple. Is one of my friends is moving out of the Colorado area, and they brought me a large swath of their board games. So we have more board games than before.
True.
And so hopefully we can look forward to better and more board game episodes, guys. Pretty stoked. Like this one here, which I've played before, but this is a brand new box of Carcassonne. And we got several others in the garage. Very exciting stuff. Well, thanks for watching again. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, check out our Patreon, or check us out over on Twitch. Have a magical, magical day.